Hello everyone. Hello. It's such a lovely evening and I can see so many bright faces here shining like a diamond. So I would request all the others to come on camera so that I can also see their lovely faces. Anyway, I am Pranav Pothan, your Sergeant at Arms for today. I'm sure you are as excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours, and I hope that all of you will be there throughout the 2 hours with us. Now, before I pass it over to our presiding officer, I would like to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and your audio should be off. Your audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Some other points I would like to highlight are regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics. Toastmasters International does not place any restriction. However, at the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, we expect all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Also, I urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit. Hence, ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which create hostility and discomfort for the members or guests. So, welcome to the meeting number 6. And now I would like to hand over to the presiding officer. But before that, let me say our presiding officer is a very special member of Gabbys because he is a rock star who always shines like a diamond, a person, a good dancer, and a very good storyteller, a very good speaker. Now, saying about him, Toastmaster Karthik, he is working as a full-time stack developer in Travelopia and he's a tech trainer, a history and a movie buff. He loves storytelling and listening to music. He always tries to be the best version of himself. So let me hand over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Karthik. Over to you, Karthik.
Thank you for such a warm welcome. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, that was our Toastmaster Pranav Pothan, our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Can you have a big round of applause to him? A very good evening to all of you. It's my pleasure to be presiding over the 6th meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I would like to welcome you all and acknowledge the presence of all guests to our meeting. I call upon this meeting to order. Dear guests and visiting Toastmasters, we appreciate you joining us. Due to paucity of time, we won't have an opportunity to have each one of you to introduce yourself. But we would love to know you. I would urge you to use the chat function to share a brief introduction of yours. We will ask you to share your valuable feedback at the end of the meeting. Also, please do join the Gabbys guest WhatsApp group by scanning the QR code, which will be shared on the chat. For the benefit of Toastmasters and guests, I want to reiterate that the Toastmasters is a home to people who wish to face their fear of public speaking, which is called as glossophobia. Not only that, if you love to connect and network with others, if you want to hone your leadership skills, Toastmasters is the place for you. It's a safe place to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We are proud to carry forward this 100 years old legacy, which is spanned over 100+ countries. Now, moving ahead with our meeting, we have a wonderful theme today, the diamonds. The moment I hear the word diamond, I could only think about my place, that is Hosapete from North Karnataka, wherein one of the greatest empire called the Vijayanagara Empire flourished for 400 years. It was said that the diamonds and pearls were in so abundance in that empire, in Vijayanagara Empire, that they were sold on footpath. Yes, they were sold on footpath like all other normal necessity things in the footpath of Vijayanagara Empire. That was about that, the word of diamond, and we all are diamonds, isn't it? It's not just about the actual diamond. We are diamonds. So the only difference between the actual diamond and us, the diamonds, is the diamonds have price, but we are priceless. Yes. So to move on with our theme, the diamonds, we have an energetic Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujatha, who will take us and sail us through this theme. So before welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, I would like to introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi. She is a behavioral and leadership trainer. Lakshmi found her ikigai through her job with the Akshaya Patra Foundation. She facilitates training programs across India that upskills and motivates the frontline workers of her organization. And to upskill herself, her only place is Toastmasters. Before handing over the mic to Toastmaster of the day is today attempting her a level 4 project 2, that is manage online meetings from the path visionary communication. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice facilitating an online meeting or leading a webinar. So the whole length of this project is 20 to 25 minutes. So timer, please note, so the Toastmaster of the day is expected to be on the screen for 20 to 25 minutes. So with this, I hand over the mic to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujatha, and all the best for your project. Over to you.
Isn't that a bright and brilliant diamond looking at you and shining so bright? Would you want to shine equally so well and spread your brightness amongst everyone around you, and most importantly, to the internal self of yourself? If this is something that you would like to do, I would say that you are at the right place today at the Online Gabbys meeting number 6, where we are going to see how to dig out, how to mine that diamond within you. So are you ready to learn more about this? Yes? I would love to hear of you. Yes, or no?
Yes.
I don't mind if it's a no as well.
Yes.
Cool. So thank you. And I'm back. I'm back with some light. So here is what we are going to be speaking about today in today's session. We just saw how that diamond would, make us close our eyes. You just saw how beautifully it sparkled. And as our presiding officer rightly said, there is a diamond that is hidden within us. And today, let's unleash that diamond and see how we can take it forward. And for that, here is what I would like to share with you all. But before I share, can I ask you all a simple question? How do you measure, or how do you measure, or how do you weigh, or how do you know the quality of the diamond? What are some of the parameters based on which that we know the qualities of a diamond?
The 5 C's.
The 5 C's, which are the 5 C's? Could you please?
The cut, the clarity, the color.
Okay.
Cut, clarity, color, carat.
Okay.
The 4, I think I remember. Cut, clarity, color, and carat.
Wonderful. Absolutely well said.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is the 4 C's, which are the cut, or rather the carat, the cut, the color, and the clarity. These are the 4 things that determines the quality of a diamond. But come on, none of us here are diamond merchants. We are not going to be selling diamonds. So we need to look at how can we convert this into a human form or into human qualities. And for this, each of these 4 C's are further divided into a few P's. Which are the few P's that we are going to look at today? The few P's are carat, which is the weight of the diamond, is the passion and positive energy that each one of us carry. The cut, which is the performance and perseverance. Color, your personality and your people relationship. Last but not the least, the clarity, which is your perspective and your principles that you would like to take forward in your life, or based on which that you would like to, conquer your passions that are there deep within. Now, I would like to, we might not go into the details of each of these different P's that we have mentioned here, because that would be a lot. And then instead of taking 25 minutes of screen time, I might end up taking 2 hours of screen time. So let's just quickly glance through what are these different P's. So here is someone for you. He is Bill Bowerman. Can someone tell me who this is? Can someone tell me who that is?
Is it some actor? Why
No.
yes?
No?
Diamond trader?
No, not at all.
He is a
Okay.
coach.
No,
Public speaker?
no. How many of y'all run? How many of y'all use shoes here?
Oh, is an
That's a clue.
athlete?
No.
Ah,
No.
okay.
Shoes. Shoes.
Nike owner?
He is a co-founder of Nike.
Absolutely.
Nike owner, I said Nike owner. Yeah.
Yes. But did you know how he started his journey? He started his journey as a teacher, high school teacher. And back then, all that he did was teach, but he knew that his passion was somewhere else. He identified it as training athletes. He resigned his job. He went on to training athletes, and especially the Olympic athletes. But somewhere as he went ahead with his passion, he realized that there is something missing, something that is not okay. He wanted to see how can he improve that, the performance of each of the athlete. And for that, he decided to make a shoes that was slightly lightweight. He approached a lot of shoe manufacturers, but none of them agreed with this plan. But what did he do? He didn't give up. The passion in him wanted him to achieve more. And that's how he decided to become a shoe manufacturer. Imagine, from a teacher to an athlete, to a coach, to a trainer, to a shoe manufacturer. That was the kind of passion he had towards athletics. And the rest is history. Most of us have one Nike lying at home, I'm sure, whether we use it or not. That is how you move ahead with your passion. Many obstacles come your way, but it is about what you want to really achieve in life. Having said that, let me first go ahead and introduce you to the structure of a Toastmasters meeting, and how through Toastmasters we can actually mine that diamond within us, can polish that little charcoal and make it a sparkling diamond. We have 3 sections. The first one being the prepared speeches, where our Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, would present a speech for a certain period of time. It would be either 5 to 7 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the project and the path that they have selected. The second section is the table topic section. That part of the Toastmasters meeting, which is going to enable us to polish our impromptu speaking abilities. Imagine you're caught in the lift with your boss, or imagine you meet him in the cafeteria. Quick 30 seconds. What are you going to tell them? Participate in the table topic sections regularly and consistently, and it will help you form that elevator pitch that you need. Last but not the least is the evaluation section. In this evaluation section, what we are going to do is we're going to hear about what have we done well, what is it that we could do better, and how can we challenge ourselves. To help us guide us through this last part of it, which is the evaluation section, we have an entire team here who are ready with their tools to beat us up, to mine us, and to polish us. And this team is led by a very special person. I have his intro with me, the intro that he has given. But my apologies, I do not want to use that intro because that is the intro that a lot of us know. This person who is going to be our general evaluator for the day is a person with a lot of compassion, passion, and empathy. A person once connected with will ensure you that you reach your goals. He will walk the path with you because he is a true leader in a lot many sense. I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta as our GE, the general evaluator for the day. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi, Sujatha, our Toastmaster of the day. As the general evaluator, my job is to evaluate this meeting right from the start. In fact, before the meeting started, till the very end of the meeting. Now, the G role in a Toastmaster meeting is often mistook as the role of a policeman or a cop who's going to come and keep an eye on everyone. The way I look at this role is that of a friend whom you send that picture of the new t-shirt that you got, the new house that you bought, the new car that you liked, and take their opinion that is this good? Is this something I should go for? And you value their opinion and they give sincere opinion and sincere advice so that you make the right purchase, you make the right choice. So for that, I have a very sincere team with me who's going to help me play this role. The most important member of this team is our timer. Our timer for today is Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh. Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh has an introduction that she has given to me, but I will give a couple of lines about her before I share that introduction. She's playing this role for the second time. She has been with Toastmasters only for a couple of weeks. And the first time she played the timer role, I was thoroughly impressed with her sincerity and diligence. And here she is back again playing the timer role. She's a chirpy, happy-go-lucky bookworm who loves to eat, cook, travel, listen to music, and read about Indian mythology. She has been fortunate enough to visit 13 different countries and loves exploring new cultures. Currently, she is working as a senior technical writer for an MNC. Toastmaster Upasana, can you please explain the timer role and also show us the timer cards for us to understand how will you be indicating the time? Over to you, Toastmaster Upasana.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, for a warm welcome and the introduction. And fellow Toastmaster and guests, today I will be the timer and I will be timing the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluators. I will also alert each and every speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red card, which denotes specific time limits. So for the table topic speakers, the time limit is no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise green card. At 1.5 minutes, I'll raise yellow. And at 2, I'll raise red card. For the speakers, the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5th minute, I'll raise the green, 6th yellow, and 7th minute, I'll raise the red card. And for the evaluators, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card, 2.5 yellow card will be risen, and 3 red card will be risen. I'll just show that this is the green card, yellow, and red. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Upasana. And for those who are wondering, why did I say that the timer role is the most important role in the meeting? Because I always say this, that the timer role is like that of an AC in the room. We need it, and we don't pay any attention to it as long as it is working. The moment it stops working, then it's a very sweaty story out there. So can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Upasana, who will be spending the next 2 hours listening to all of us and keeping a tab of the time. Thank you. And with that, let me move on to the next member of my Taggle team. And this person is from a senior architect to now a mass communications student. Yajna is a journalism and mass communication student from Delhi University. She is extremely passionate about writing engaging content that helps brands connect with their audience. She has some project-based experience with this already, and she is now seeking permanent employment in this field. She's also serving the division PR team as one of the associates in the PR team. Over to you, Yajna, to explain the role of the R counter.
Thank you for the introduction. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm your R counter for the day. The purpose of the R counter is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During this meeting, I'll listen to all the overused words such as well, and, but, so, you know, and more. I will also listen to the filler sounds such as and I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase multiple times in a row. This means I. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times each person has spoken, how many words they have repeated, and what kind of expressions have they used. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yajna. So Toastmaster Yajna is here with us to ensure that we have an awesome meeting and not an awful meeting. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Yajna for taking up this role of the R counter. Moving on, the most erudite member of my Taggle team, Toastmaster Pranav Pothan, whom you have already met as the Sergeant at Arms, is taking up the role of the grammarian today. Toastmaster Pranav is working as an analyst in a fintech company in Bangalore, looking for opportunities to speak and take roles and develop public speaking and leadership skills through Toastmasters. And if I may add, he's doing it so sincerely, going all over the town, attending online and offline meetings, wherever he's getting an opportunity, completing paths and helping himself grow and others learn. Over to you, Toastmaster Pranav, to explain the role of the grammarian and also to introduce the word of the day, please.
Thank you, DTM Sourav Dutta. Thank you for the lovely introduction. I must say that it is the inspiration I get from all the people here that motivates me to join more meetings and learn from them. So let me ask you, how many of you here want to be a great public speaker? Everyone wants, right? So do you know what is the most important aspect of a speech? What I almost struggle with is the content. And to build a good content, you need to have good choice of words and vocabulary, good phrases. As a grammarian, I can assure you that I will be helping you with that. And how do I help you with that? Today, I will be pointing out the good usages of the word in all the speakers and all the evaluators and other role takers here. I will be writing down them in a report and sharing you at the end of the meeting. In addition to that, what is the use of actually being a grammarian if I can't point out the incorrect usage? So in addition to that, I will be pointing out the incorrect usage of the word which is used by the speakers. And in addition to that, I will be giving out, just like DTM Sourav Dutta said, the word of the day. And it is related to the theme. So you must have heard, as scintillating as the diamond. So the word of the day today is scintillating. And the meaning is, it is an adjective which is used to portray an object, event, or person that is exceptionally captivating or dazzling. Let me give an example of the usage. The diamond necklace emitted a scintillating sparkle under the bright light. I hope that all of you would be using this scintillating word and will make me happy. I will be putting down that in the chat box also. So please use that whenever you can. Over to you, Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pranav. Toastmaster Pranav is going to watch out for all the seductive and the sinful usages of English language that we will have during the course of this speech. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Pranav as a sign of encouragement and thanking him for taking up this role of the grammarian. Moving on, the listener for today, a charter president, a senior data analyst, a certified image consultant, and a personal branding coach, the firepower behind the firehouse, the Gabbys, Distinguished Toastmaster, Nancy Goel. Please explain your role as the listener.
How many of us stay in silos all the time? Silence, no one. We have to stay with someone. That someone could be listening to us all the time, but there is a moment when you have to listen to them too. When they are chirping, 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 and then you're like, Do you remember? I told you yesterday my boss was beating me all the time. What happens next? The fights? The arguments? You don't listen to me ever? Let's break that here. So I will be helping you breaking that listening spell that we always have. We don't listen to others. Today, I will be coming up with a couple of questions towards the end of the meeting, and I'll ensure that you are listening actively during the entire meeting. For example, one of the questions, what were the 3 personality traits mentioned by our TMOD for the GE? You were not listening. But from now on, ensure that you listen. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, for the wonderful explanation of the role of a listener. And that is my Taggle team, Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. And back to the Toastmaster of the day, I'll be back with my Taggle team and the evaluators towards the end of the meeting to present my evaluation report and theirs. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. That was a brilliant and scintillating team that you have with you. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, we all know him. He's a VP PR of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and the online Gabbys Toastmasters Club. He has achieved 2 DTM awards, 3 triple crowns, and completed 8 parts. So that was our GE to all of us once again, and big round of applause to him and his team. Moving forward, let's look at what is in store for us. The first section is the prepared speeches section. And without further ado, let's see what is in store for us. How many speeches are there? Today we have 3 speeches. And before we can start with the first speech, I would like to invite the Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. She is a certified image consultant and a soft skill trainer. Her interest in public speaking and leadership skills made her join Toastmasters. She's a double triple crown winner and double path breaker. She's a founder of Imaginative Image Consulting Services. And above all of this, she is a perfect example of performance and perseverance. Over to you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde, to kindly brief us on the project guidelines for our speaker 1.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujatha. And for everyone to know that she's my past mentor. My target speaker, Shilpi Tiwari, is attempting her level 1 project 2 speech on path is persuasive influence. Her project is writing speech with the purpose. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. And the title of your speech is Heal Your Subconscious Mind. I wish my target speaker all the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, for briefing us on the objectives of our speaker's project. Now moving on to our speaker 1. Our speaker 1, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari, is an MBA holder with 3 years of experience in the HR as a recruiter. She is a Reiki practitioner and an NLP certified. Her hobbies are varied, and she was also a finalist at Mrs. India Worldwide 2019 at Greece. Now she's enjoying her motherhood journey with her 3-month-old baby, Ayang. Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari, NLP Heal Your Subconscious Mind. NLP Heal Your Subconscious Mind, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari.
Good evening, everyone. I have a question to you all. You all must be having computer, laptops, and mobile. Nowadays, we all are literally drowning in our device, isn't it? So sometimes once your computer not working properly, I mean, if it gets too heavy or it gets so hot, if there is a virus or it's not responding properly, the result that you want, what do you do? What do you do when you come across such kind of problem? Do you sit and cry? Or you think, what can I do? Why did this happen to me? Now what will I do now? Do you do that? No. You do. You just go ahead and take a right step, like scanning, running the antivirus scan, then upgrading your operating system, and deleting the unnecessary data, right? Then think about, but what happens once this kind of problems, some kind of problems happen in our life? What do you do that? Do you solve in the same manner or respond in the same manner? We all have problems in our life. But we only see in ourselves, only I have the problem. And we look into others one. Oh, she or he has a very perfect life. We are into the social media world and we visit the profile there and we look into the very good pictures of the people and we imagine, oh, they have very perfect life. But the reality is, it's not like that. So many of us have different kinds of problems in our life. Health problem, relationship problem, mental problem, happiness problem, and career goals problem. So this kind of problem, how can we solve? Or do you want a scintillating mind? The main solution is NLP, that is neuro-linguistic programming. So what is this neuro-linguistic programming? NLP is a toolkit. Like in our household, in our kitchen, we have a toolkit that is microwave, a knife, in a cutler, and in our living room, we have AC, fan. These are the toolkit of a daily life. These are the problem solver of us. Like as in our life, NLP is a toolkit. It's a software engineer for us. So what is neuro-linguistic programming? So this neuro means neuron. Whatever the thought that we perceive and we think on the basis of our situation, that processes in the form of patterns in our neuron. And these patterns converted into the communication or language form. Once we see anything, we think about that and we respond in the form of communication, that is linguistic, and programming, that is behavior. Once we get the thought, we communicate and we make it into the habit and behavior. So any problem can be solved through these 3 steps, that is NLP. And as my title suggests, heal your subconscious mind. Let me tell you one thing. There are 2 types of effects come in NLP. In our daily life, we do that. First is placebo effect, second is nocebo effect. Placebo effect is a positive thinking. Nocebo effect is a negative thinking. In our body, there are 60 trillion cells. Once we start thinking positive, this cell graph gets high and our positive thinking gets multiplied. Once we start thinking negative, this trillion cells, again, its graph gets high and this negative thinking again gets multiplied. So whatever we say to our subconscious mind, we don't know exactly, but we keep saying negative self-talk mostly for ourselves. Now, in our mind the power of mind is divided into two types, conscious and subconscious. Our conscious mind is the current thing that we are aware of, like you are listening to me. This is the current thing. And subconscious mind that we actually not aware of what we are saying. And it stores our belief, our past experience, skills, emotions. I can give you an example on that. Suppose you are mind, in our mind, you are a gardener and our mind is a gardener. Sorry, you are a gardener and mind is a gardener. So in garden, you sow a seeds. So which kind of seeds you sow there, it depends upon you. Is it the positive one or is it the negative one? Because in daily life, as I said, in subconscious mind, daily we sow negative thoughts. And on the basis of that, the result comes out the same. At last, I just want to tell you why I have chosen this topic through a story. There are two wolves. These wolves are inside us. One is a black wolf and second is a white wolf. Black wolf is angry, say lies, and the white one is a kind, pure-hearted. So I just want to know from your end, they both are fighting. They have a conflict between them. Which one will win? Can you get an answer, please? Anybody? Okay, let me tell you the answer. So the answer is the one we feed more. If we feed love, faith, self-love, self-positive thoughts, then definitely our subconscious mind gets healed. But if we feed anger, lie, self-pity, and this negative thoughts, then definitely our subconscious mind won't get healed. So this is all about from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpi. I love the analogy that you started off with, where you compared an electronic gadget to our mind. That was so good. Thank you so much for sharing this concept about NLP with all of us and also its importance. Moving ahead, let me invite our second evaluator. Our second evaluator is a travel enthusiast who is interested in different cultures and values. He's a proficient horse rider who believes in circle of influence, always focusing on things which he can control. He's passionate about running, and it's like meditation to him. Let me welcome Toastmaster Jitender to kindly brief us on the project guidelines for our second speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi. So today my target speaker is attempting L1 P4, part 2 from an effective coaching path. The project title is Perishing Elegance from Society. The purpose of her speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during club meetings. The purpose of speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from evaluator. Timer, please note it's for 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jitender. Toastmaster Jitender, if I may ask, did you receive, would you like to share the previous?
Yeah, so the previous feedback where she has to work upon is, script and the structure of her speech, and so that she can continue for the duration.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Moving on to our second speaker of the day. Toastmaster Madiha is an educator, a life enthusiast, and a passionate life coach. She has enriched experience in teaching in most prestigious schools of Bangalore. She further, to take her passion ahead, she became a certified image consultant and life coach, now transforming people inside out. Her niche or her strength is in the skill development of students. Toastmaster Madiha Shah, Perishing Elegance from Society. Perishing Elegance from Society, Toastmaster Madiha.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Diamonds are forever. Aren't they scintillating? So why can't we scintillate? Because creating wealth and flaunting it at the cost of morals, ethics, relationships has become a norm. We are moving towards casual attitude, be it relationships, eating, dressing, behaving. So it was rightly said that by birth, we are a male or a female. With age, we turn into men and women. However, only with our behavior, with our elegance, we scintillate to ladies and gentlemen. All this while, elegance is really, really perishing because of our own attitudes, the patience, the etiquette, the informalities have become the trend of the times. We were from the generation who played in the sun, who played with mud, who ate healthy food, who breathed fresh air, and everything was so authentic. The relationships basically were authentic. Now the attitudes are changing. Oh, let's get married. Not working. Leave it. Let's split and move on our own ways. Oh, no time. So much to do. Let's dress up in a pair of shorts and go out. No time to cook. The wife is lazy. She's also a professional. Let's order by Swiggy. All these things and a lot more is really making the society go deeper and deeper into a comfort zone. And for a person like me, who is a senior person now and was born in the times when there was so much of genuineness, so much of authentic sparkle, cannot really tolerate. So I really wish to eliminate the gouge from this society. Now, some of the times, rather most of the times, I wish that we had the pros of both the elder generation and the Gen Z, because the brilliance that the Gen Z possesses has no bars. If we just turn it a bit and start using the formalities, the genuineness, which goes beyond surface, that would be a beautiful amalgamation, and nobody would stop us from shining like bright diamonds and elevating the elegance level. So if I say, what is class? Class is no show off. Class is to be rooted, to be grounded, to be on point with your behavior, which could be starting with your dressing, with your communication, with your body language, and the way you project yourself on the social media. And if we start taking all these things casually, definitely elegance would perish, which is already halfway down. So I would like to throw light on certain points which would elevate our elegance level. So I break it into two components, the exterior and the interior. I talk about dressing. We should be elegant. We should leave things for imagination. We should, coordinate our wardrobe according to our roles and goals. We should not wear so much makeup that people say, oh, who's behind that? coming to our inner self, which is much more important, and it reflects on the outside as well. For sure, we need to high up our good manners, our behavior, our strengths. We need to work on our knowledge, because when we are knowledgeable, it adds to our confidence, thereby bringing in a lot of class, turning it into elegance. Our conversational skills, we should develop conversational skills which are very impactful and impressive. And of course, by working on ourselves day by day, because there's no end to learning, we can definitely do this. We must bring in assertiveness in our communication. We must form a word bank so that we enrich our vocabulary. If we do all these things in a very graceful way, if we work on our patience level, if we come out of the comfort zone, if we throw back the cloak of the laid back attitude, no one can stop us from being elegant, from turning from a man and a woman to a lady or a gentleman. So let's start working on eliminating the gouge from the society and step by step elevating our elegance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madiha. Some of your points were so valid, especially about how to bridge the gap between the Gen Z and probably our generation. Much needed in today's world, because the workforce is coming to be a mixed crowd of both of them. Thank you, Toastmaster Madiha, once again.
My pleasure.
Moving forward, let me introduce our Evaluator 3. Our Evaluator 3, Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal, is working in Course 5 Intelligence Analytics Company, and she has 6 years of experience. By passion, she's a health coach and a nutrition advisor. Toastmaster Jyoti, I will get in touch with you soon. Helping people in weight management and lifestyle issue reversal is her goal and passion. I would like to invite Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal to kindly share the project guidelines.
Thank you so much, TMOD, Lakshmi, Sujatha. So the member is attending the project 1, level 2, managing time, and the path is leadership development. So the objective of the project is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns, and the member will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note the duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and all the best to the speaker. Over to you, dear.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. Our speaker for the day is a fellow chartered accountant. This is a profession that I am in awe of, because I understand how difficult it is to become one. Hats off to you and a lot of respect. Toastmaster Sudharma stays in Venugopal, Sri Lanka. She has an MBA from the University of Sri Jayawardenapura, Sri Lanka. She is interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. Toastmaster Sudharma, fail to plan, plan to fail. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Toastmaster Sudharma Parera.
Is anyone is using gratitude journal? Can I see? No one? Is anyone is using gratitude journal? Now, Toastmaster Sandeepa. For those who have not heard about gratitude journal, please hear me out. Before beginning of 2023, I saw a single video called Bullet Journal 2023. Then she described about bullet journal, what are the benefits of bullet journal, and what is bullet journal, and so. I was very interested about that bullet journal and I searched that bullet journal in YouTube further. After getting a lot of information in bullet journal, I designed my bullet journal for 3 months, January, February, March. Bullet journal is simply a journal where we plan our month, week, and year. We assign one bullet to one task, and after completion one task, I will complete that task annually, weekly, and monthly. Where we can plan our whole month, whole year, and day also. It is a very good time management tool where we will not miss any opportunity or any plan without grabbing. For July month, my plan was like this. In weekdays, I am going to work, my office work. In Saturday, I have part-time work. In Sunday, I have online yoga class. After getting registered to online yoga class, I got to know I have to attend 2 yoga classes, Saturday and Sunday. But my initial plan was 1 Sunday week. So I called my boss and told I will attend only 2 part-time works 2 weeks because I want to attend this class. Meanwhile, I got to know in 4th July, the Gabbys meeting. Without thinking further, I just after coming home, joined the Gabbys meeting. Then after meeting, I got to know there is a meeting in Saturday also. There is a TT marathon Saturday night also. Just as planned, I didn't go to work Saturday and I joined my online yoga class in Saturday morning, 6 to 7:30. Then 10 to 12 Gabbys meeting and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. my personal development master class and 8 to 9 TT marathon. And second week also went like that. But the third week, I have my personal development master class final class in physically. I have to skip my yoga class. I can't do that. Then I plan I will get my 1 short leave. In Tuesday morning, I will cover my Saturday class. Early morning, 5 a.m. to 6:30 yoga class. It is very painful to go to work by public transport, but I want to cover my class instead of skipping it. Third week also, I have to go to work. In 4th week also, I have to go to work. And for Sunday, I have to go OTP training far away from my hometown. Then I decided I will get another short leave. We have 2 short leaves per month, and I will get my 1 and only half day to cover my Sunday yoga class. As that, I will be able to cover my yoga class and do my other things also. In delivering speeches in Toastmaster also, my plan was like this. I will do 2 speeches per month because my initial plan was completing 1 part in 1 year. Then I planned 2 speeches for 1 month. Because I am VP education in my Toastmaster club, I have to attend each charity meeting. But because of my yoga class, I have to leave the meeting 8:30 a.m. Then I did my first speech in first meeting, but I can't do my second speech because of this time limitation. Then I decided to attend Combined Toastmaster Club Wednesday night. I attended this meeting and completed my second speech. My target was accomplished. Dear Toastmasters, this information are too much to absorb. I also felt so, but despite that, I achieved my targets using bullet journal. It is a very time management, very effective tool. I am 100% sure I achieve my targets because of this bullet journal. And also, I know if I didn't do that, my yoga teacher may have asked me, please join next class in September. My president may have asked, please be more focused on delivering speeches. Recently, I got to know Gabbys is having 12 meetings. Then I am thinking to plan my bullet journal for August, keeping that in mind. Then I will not miss any speeches in future. Delivering speeches opportunities in future. Dear Toastmasters, as they say, if we fail to plan, we will plan to fail. So do you want to keep in track and accomplished your plans, then would you like to start gratitude journey? Think about it. Or do you Toastmaster?
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma, for coming all the way from Sri Lanka and giving us this beautiful insight on managing time and priorities. With this, we come to an end of the prepared speech section. And I must say, I'm scintillated with the kind of speeches that I heard today. Very motivating and inspiring. Thank you all to the speakers. I request our Zoom master for the day to kindly bring out the poll for the speaker, best speaker.
TTM Sourav, are you launching the polls?
It's launched already.
He has launched.
It's on the screen.
Okay.
So in the meanwhile, I think we can move ahead so that we use time appropriately. So we spoke about the first C, which was the carrot, and the two P's, which is passion and positive energy. Now let's quickly look at the second C, which is cut, and what comes with it, performance and perseverance. Let me just quickly share my screen. I have some beautiful pictures to show you all. Yes. These people here on screen, I'm sure most of you might identify them. Would you like to guess who they are?
Medicom, Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes, and the person in the middle.
Jack Ma.
Anyone drives Honda cars here? Honda bikes, Honda cars?
It's Soichiro Honda.
Absolutely, that is Soichiro. So, excuse me, apologies for that. So each of these people whose picture we are seeing didn't come from a very, a background which was favorable for their growth. Mary Kom, most of us have seen the movie and the kind of struggle that she had to go through with before marriage, after marriage, with her two babies, the amount of distance that she had to travel, but the kind of achievement that she had got for India and for herself was only because of her perseverance. Shah Rukh Khan, no godfather in the Bollywood industry, but today he is the king of Bollywood. How did he do that? Simply because of his perseverance, his performance, his passion, his positive attitude. And Soichiro, in fact, Soichiro Honda was rejected by Toyota during the World War II when he had applied for a job with them. Imagine if he had sat down with that rejection and decided not to move forward. What would have happened to all those Honda lovers, including me, right? This is a beautiful story of cut. How do we cut ourselves? We cut ourselves through our perseverance, never give up attitude and performance. Obstacles, millions and hundreds. It's all about trying to cross over and do the best. And as our speaker had mentioned, I think it was Toastmaster Shilpi, it is about how you wind, our minds, how you wire our minds. And what is it that you want to constantly tell yourself? With this, before we move ahead, let me now go on to the next wonderful section that we have all been waiting for, the table topic section. And who is the table topic master for the day? The table topic master for the day, he's an alumna from Bhawanipur College, Calcutta, professionally chartered accountant. Again, all respect to you, sir, by profession, and is currently working at EY. He loves Bengali food, and his deep-rooted love for this food comes because of the many days that he had spent at his grandmom's place. During his free time, he loves to experiment in the kitchen. So Toastmaster Devasish, please do let us know when is that free time, we would all come over to taste your experiments.
Sure, TMOD. Lakshmi, thanks for this wonderful introduction. Well, we are now in second section of our meeting, table topics. I think everyone has had a good time listening to the speakers. Now let's jump into table topic session. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So what do you understand by the table topics? Any guesses?
Yeah, it's
bunch
like
of people sitting around a table board and they decide to talk.
Well, you're right. But it's more about also an impromptu question or any topic that has been asked. How would you tackle with it? There is no time or every table topic which is given or any kind of situation. It is right. I mean, we have to answer it. It has to be crisp, and also it should be kind of people can understand your message, right? So just to give an idea, the rule about table topics, every speaker would be given minimum 1 minute to speak and maximum 2 minutes. At 1 minute, a green card would be showed. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, yellow card would be showed. And that's where speaker has to be cognizant about that they have to start wrapping up their speech. And at 2 minutes, a red card would be shown. And within 30 seconds, each speaker has to wrap up their speech, because after 2 minutes, 30 seconds, they will be considered as disqualified. And even the speaker who is speaking less than 1 minute, they will be disqualified. So, to start with the table topics, I would request any volunteers. Yes, Dina, I will put in chat so that you can write your message. Yes, Kavita Prakash. The topic for you is ideas are like diamond. Ideas are like diamond. Am I clear? The topic is clear?
yes. Thank you, Devasish. All right. How do you choose or purchase a diamond? You should have some knowledge about how the best diamonds can be chosen so that you have good resale value. This is what my husband always told me. But then I thought, oh, come on, diamond jewelry is for showing off. I need a diamond necklace or a diamond pair of earrings so that I can wear it to all the functions. Why would I resell it? But my husband insisted, no, you must consult someone who really gives you a clear idea. Oh, idea. All right. So let me ask the shopkeeper, the diamond seller, to show me the best diamonds. It's simple. But then why are you insisting that I have to consult someone else outside to buy a diamond? Oh, my dear wife, do you know that the seller will be promoting so that he can make a sale? He might also trap you. No, Mr. Husband, that's not the idea. Doesn't he have a family or a livelihood that he has to earn? So let him make the profit, let him sell. What's your problem? No, you must go for someone who can give you a better idea about how to choose a diamond. I don't think I'm going to buy any diamonds now because I have to convince you first. And then I have to go and make the purchase. Forget about it. Oh, well, but I have an idea which is as clear as a sparkling diamond. I thought I will go for cultured diamonds, which will not be so costly. Now, this diamond purchase is turning out to be very profitable for me because I will save on the cultured diamonds. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Kavita, for taking up this topic. I think your knowledge about diamond is quite good, and I should kind of understand before purchasing diamond that what kind of diamond is worth purchasing. Well, I would like to invite guest. Any guest?
I think Devashish,
There
Toastmaster
are,
Shalini.
Shalini, Sagar, they're raising their hand. Also, Dina has raised her hand for some time.
Yeah, I'll type the message.
No, you
Dina.
just read out Dina's topic and she can type this one also. And then you give the next topic to the next anyone of your choice.
Sure. Dina, for you, the topic is pressure makes diamond. I'll repeat it again. Pressure makes diamond. I'll put it in chat box.
I think to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav has already done that. Devashish, you can go ahead with the next.
So Sagar, I'll give you a topic. Let's say I'll give you a situation like if you have found a diamond, what would you do? If you
all right. So my situation is if I found a diamond, what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I am personally not at all a diamond enthusiast. And I'm not married yet. So that particular diamond thing, will not play a very pivotal role in my marital life. So the very first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to see a jeweler, and I'll check the pricing, the market price of the diamond. And if I'm getting good market price, so see, I have actually zero knowledge about the diamond. So if I get any good market price in terms of money, then definitely the very first thing is I'm going to sell the diamond at the very first place. The second condition would be if I'm married. I mean, for example, if I were married and if my wife is, if I and my wife had a bit quarrel or not making up with the things, so I'll find the diamond in the morning. I'll give the same in the in the evening to her so that I can make her happy, because diamonds are forever, and this is, I would say, one of the way to make my wife happy. And what else I'm going to do if I found a diamond? So I can keep the diamond as well. If I see a good appraisal in the upcoming few years, for good 3-4 years, I mean, down the line, 5 years, if I can get a good price, I'll keep the diamond with me. As of now, I'll see the appraisal and I'll sell at the right time, and to the right seller. In the end, in a nutshell, I'm going to make the profit. Either I'm going to make someone happy. I mean, as simple as that. Over to you.
Very well. I mean, I would even have done the same thing as you, Sagar. Like, keep all the options open. First of all, keeping that what is the market value of the diamond I've got. Well, that's great. Your take was great. Shalini Mukund, the topic I would like to give. Old friends are like diamond. Old friends are like gold. New friends are like diamond.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Devashish, for this topic. Old friends are like gold. New friends are like diamonds.
Right.
So gold is something which is like a lifelong investment. And I feel we always grew up with the thought old is gold. So definitely old is gold applies to everything. Old relationships, old friends, old things that you have. We are so possessive about certain things also, which are very important to us in our lives for some reason. So definitely old friends are like gold for me, metaphorically, because when you always stay with old friends, you get polished for the better and you become the best of buddies for life. You're always there for each other, to care for each other, to share things with others. And when you are in your highs or your lows, at both times, they are very unbiased, non-judgmental, and extremely friendly. New friends are like diamonds. Yes, I agree, because the diamond has its own sparkle. And I am one person who believes that one should keep old friends as they are, have a good relationship with them all the time, but also make new friends. I can tell you one example. My next door neighbor, just one floor up, who has shifted just 3 months back from Gujarat, she's very much like a diamond. Every weekend, I get lovely undios, khakras, dhoklas. Yesterday, I got something made out of gram flour, and I'm like, oh my God, this lady is going to pamper me more than my husband, I think. So definitely, new friends are like diamonds because they come with their own sparkle. They add value to your lives. They make your lives more interesting. And I always have believed that the reason why I am in Toastmasters as well, and even in this meeting today, is to meet new people and absolutely learn from each and every person, add that little bit of value to my life, what I can gain from them, and keep your life going. So my take on the topic, old friends are gold, they polish you. New friends are diamond, they bring the sparkle in your life. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a scintillating speech in itself. Well, then next, I think Shilpi is raising her hands for a long time, but well, I'll still give you, since you have spoken, but you are raising your hands for a long time. You are a diamond, dear. They can't break you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devasish, for this lovely title. I mean, this is for me. You are a diamond, dear. Anybody can't break you. Yes, the life that I have, I got such a pressure and everything. And I worked out of my comfort zone many a time. And Toastmaster is one of them. I'm trying my level best in here also, so that I'll be sparkle like a diamond one day. And I look up to my GEs in the Toastmaster also. They are in the WhatsApp group also. They are shining each and every day. So, and past experience and the current one, whatever is going on, I think it will help me to keep shining always. So yeah, this is all from my end.
Thank you, Shilpi Tiwari. I know, I mean, right, I mean, even from the speech you have given, we can understand that you are a diamond and you have overcome your obstacles. Well, I would like to invite a guest.
Can we call to Smriti? I'm not sure if she's a guest or Toastmaster.
Yes. Can you name that again?
Smriti.
Yeah, Smriti, can you take this topic? I would love to see you in camera.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a bit facing challenge with my camera today, but
No worries, no worries.
I'm there. Is it okay if I take the topic with camera off?
Yeah, no worries. Of
Thank
course.
you so much. Yeah, I'm ready, Devashish, please.
Who is your diamond in your life?
Thank you, Devashish. Diamond. The term itself gives a lot of goosebumps. I had the same feeling whenever I think about my dad, my father. He was, he is, he will always be the diamond in my life. He was like a diamond. Yes, he was. Because long back, 2005, I lost him. I lost my father, but not the diamond, because his sparkleness is still with me and carried with me with the values, with the morals, with the support which he has always given. The lessons which I learned from him, to be cordial with friends, to keep relationship intact, to be polite with everyone, to show your gratitude when needed. So all these sparkling thoughts brought a lot of value in my life. And that's how he was always there with me. Not only the moral values, it was always with respect to education, job, and career. At a very early age, he taught me not to think about the progress, not to think about the end results, but to think about the path. To think about the time you are investing while walking the path. That helped me to excel in my education, in my job, and in my daily normal routine life. Education, relationship was one part. But the morals which he has given, I have taken it throughout my life, practicing it each and every day. And that's how he just became the diamond in my life and will cherish the memory with him always. Back to you, Devashish.
Thank you, Smriti. It was lovely hearing you. I know everybody has their diamond in their life, be it your mother, father, or grandmom, and we learn valuable lessons from them. So yeah, and we cherish to have a diamond in our life. Well, I would like to invite any Jitendra. Would you like to take it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can try.
It's a situation. Let's say you have bought a diamond, but your wife has lost it. How would you react?
Yeah, that's a great question. I still remember it was not diamond, but gold, where she lost it. Then, you know, and she was completely pissed off with that, and that made me more, worried after that. So definitely, if you lose precious diamond, it will put you in spot, and because there are certain memories attached to it. More importantly, when you look at the moment, you realize the only from the cost perspective. But if you look at the long run, there are memories that you buy for a particular occasion, so you miss that, and that brings more sorrow to your life, and then you have more grief and pain to think about it. So it's better to buy another diamond to make your wife happy, and then cherish that, so that you don't live in your past, but in future. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jitendra, for taking up this topic. And I know at the first moment, it's very difficult to control the emotions, but yeah, your partner or any of your relatives, they are the real diamond in our life. I would like to, do we have more time? So
we can take one last question. And after that, I think Toastmaster Diana has put in her speech as well. So at the end, you can read it. Probably you can take another question.
I would like to invite Prabha Luhaniwal. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. For you, the topic is life keeps throwing me stones and I keep finding diamonds. Life keeps throwing me stones and I keep finding diamonds.
Thank you for the topic. Life keeps throwing stones, but I keep finding diamonds.
Right.
Okay. So when I think of stones in terms of life, they can symbolize hardships, obstacles, and when I relate this to diamond in my life, it makes me think about the people who are like diamonds in my life, or probably the opportunities, sparkling opportunities. So life is life is full of opportunities and obstacles all the time. So if I even though I keep getting stones in my life, be it my career or my relationships, or with myself, when I'm struggling to do anything and I'm not able to complete or finish that. But I keep finding diamonds in the form of inspiration from the people, or let's say I have few people around me, my family, who is which is full of diamonds, like my sister, my husband, my mother, my father. There are different kinds of diamonds who brings different type of inspirations to me, like purity and clarity, which my husband bring to me, and the kind of rareness and uniqueness that diamond brings in our life, which I get from my father, who always pushes me to do great in life and fight for the passions I have. And like my mother, she's epitome of resilience and strength, just like diamond. So yeah, be it any stone that I get in my life, I keep getting diamonds in my life to overcome these stones, or push away those stones away from my path. Thank you. Over to you, TTM Devashish.
Thank you, Prabha, for taking this topic. And it's great to know that despite so many obstructions or so many stones coming, there are so many pillars who act like a diamond in your life. So that's great to hear. And with this topic, the table topic session.
Toastmaster Devashish, would you have another question? Another topic?
Sure, why
Yes.
not?
Can we invite Toastmaster Sandeep Belekar? We have a special guest with us today. Toastmaster Sandeep, are you here? Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, for Ms. Sandeep, for you, topic is some people value sentiments over diamond. Some people value sentiments over diamond.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devashish, all the esteemed Toastmasters and guests. So the topic for me is some people value sentiments over diamonds. You want me to give my perspective, or
anything, your perspective, or whatever comes to your mind?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Now, I think all of us, I think we are using diamond as a object, or as an example of something that's extremely precious and important, something that is sparkling, something that is scintillating, something that is that everyone aspires to. But when we are focusing on diamond as an object, we sometimes tend to overlook the fact that there are people who are expressing their love, their affection, their ideas towards us, which are most of the times a lot more precious than the diamond or any object that we possess. I truly believe that it's important that we look at every expression of love and gratitude that people have shared towards us as a diamond, and care for it with the same love that we would show to a real precious diamond. Over to you, Toastmaster Devashish.
Thank you, Sandeep, for taking up this topic. Yes, sentiments are important, and if you take care of the sentiments, your diamond will always shine like a diamond. Well, yes, with this, the table topic session comes to an end. And over to you,
Master
Toastmaster of
Devashish,
the day.
can we read Toastmaster Diana's?
Yes, I will read it loud.
Yes.
1 second.
I have shared it. I have shared it now.
Can you spotlight Diana, please?
Yeah.
Mama, who's a special?
That time is my life was rushed around scintillating. I don't be like in my life where every scintillating hard with rush this time scintillating. Well, I but know that very hard times in my life scintillating. I have a bad struggle get in my life scintillating. That's so inspiring to hear, Dina. I mean, we always look after you. Your that zeal to come in the camera and be there. We just love you. Thank you for being there always.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Devashish, and thank you to all the participants for such wonderful take on the topics. The timer, can we just quickly know if anyone, if all speakers are qualified?
So Shilpi and Jitendra are disqualified because they finished before 1 minute.
Okay.
Rest, all the participants are qualified. So we have Kavita, Sagar, Shalini, Smruti, Prabha, and Sandeep.
Okay. Zoom Master, I hope you have the names for the call. Yes. So we can.
You're on mute, Lakshmi. Mute.
You're on mute, Lakshmi.
Yes, thank you so much. So as the polls are in progress, let me go ahead with the theme of the day because we have 2 more C's to speak about. And what are these 2 C's? One is the color. The color is nothing but your personality and your personal relationships. Personality, simple. I think most of us here might be image consultants, soft skill trainers. If not, doesn't matter. This is what the law of personality states. It says your looks plus action plus words helps you create those meaningful relations. When I say looks, it doesn't mean we all have to be that Hrithik Roshan or Aishwarya Rai. It is just to present the best version of ourselves. Well-groomed hair, well-groomed nails, a well-kept face, that's all. Personal hygiene is all that we might have to look into to create that looks that we require. Actions, as most of us here know already, our body language, gestures, speak much more than our words. How we sit, how we stand, how we shake our hands, these are all part of our personality. It shows, it tells the people the kind of confidence you have. It tells the people the kind of internal stories that you tell yourself. And it also tells the people how much you're passionate about what you are in for. So that is what action is all about. And words, like our grammarian already spoke about, the words that we use also tell us who we are. We can use, very much more polished words. Like instead of saying very happy, we might use excited. Instead of just using the word beautiful, I think we can go with a substitute for that. So this way, when we work on our looks, our action and words, it helps us create those meaningful relationships, not just with others, but within ourselves as well. And that is the power of color, which is nothing but your personality and your personal relationships with others. Coming to the last C and the most important, which is clarity. Clarity in your thoughts, clarity in your principles, clarity in what you believe in. Here I have a few questions. I wish I could do a live session with you all where I take out time and ask you to write down the answers to these questions. Since we are slightly short of time, I request each one of you to probably take a screenshot of these questions and try to answer them immediately after this session, when the topics of discussions are very clear in our mind. Very simple questions. It is just trying to bring about that clarity in your thought. Because quite often what we do is we know exactly what our family needs. We know exactly what our friends need. But do we know what we need? Do we know what makes us happy? So let's take out some time, 5 minutes, to answer these questions. You may take a screenshot of this, a picture of these questions, and spend some time answering these. Also, we get clarity when we seek feedback from the people around us, the people whom we interact with. Ask your spouse, what is one of your strengths? Ask your colleague, what is that one quality that they appreciate in you? Ask your friend, what is that one thing that they look upon when they see you? What is that one thing that you inspire them with or you motivate them with? Yes, so this is what feedback can do to us. It gives us more clarity on who we are and what we are to the world. And now going on to the third section, where this is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to request for feedback from our general evaluator and his team on how the session went, what can we improve, and what are our strengths. Over to you, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi, Sujatha. So let's get started with the general evaluation section. And the way I typically conduct this session is that I give my remarks for some parts of the session, then I'll invite the evaluators, and then I'll give the remarks for the rest of the session after the Taggle team comes in. So the meeting started on time. We all know that the Gabbys is known for the meetings to start on time, though we don't know whether we can end the meetings on time, including the meeting today. So that's always a question mark. Today, it's not a question anymore. Now, starting with the first role taker, the Sergeant at Arms, definitely much more improvement that I've seen before, Pranav. The energy level has definitely gone up from what it was previously. So I love that. But I think it can still go notches above. Like, for example, where you mentioned, I hope you're as excited about this meeting as I am. You should sound excited. The line came into me like this. I hope you're as excited about the meeting I am. I mean, I need a little bit more excitement than that level of excitement. So you can work on that level of excitement a little bit. But apart from that, Pranav, nothing to add in terms of your role as an SA. Great job that you are doing before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting as the Sergeant at Arms. Can we have a big round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pranav Potram? Moving on, the presiding officer, the cheerful, bubbly, lovely Karthik Venugopal, our presiding officer for today, who came on stage with his own cheerful self, and he had that great vibes when he is speaking. So the presiding officer we had last week and the presiding officer of this week are kind of two ends of the spectrum. If one is like the poise and the passion and the seriousness that he brings on the stage, DTM Nagesh Ramamurthy, Karthik brings in the exact opposite of the live wire energy kind of a thing, and we have a good mix in that. I think we can keep alternating that. 1 week Nagesh, 1 week Karthik, or maybe one Tuesday Nagesh, Saturday Karthik, like that, right? So I think that we'll have the great mix of energy and experience in the meeting. Karthik, everything went fine, except that I would have wanted you to talk about two things. One is that invite the guests with a little bit more passion and purpose. Welcome the guests, maybe ask them to put their introductions in the chat with a little bit more purpose, so that they're understanding that they're invited and they're welcome in this meeting. Even if you cannot ask each of them to share, we have a lot of guests in the meeting, right? At one point of time, we had 45 people in the meeting. So I don't expect you to call everyone, but then at least read out some of the names so that people feel appreciated that, and they feel that they are welcome in this meeting. So I think that would have been a good way to do it. The second is, since you're also evaluating the TMOD, mention that at the beginning, separately from your presiding officer section, so that it stands out. It was said as a part of the presiding officer's address, which is something that you could separately say, put the TMOD in spotlights. I don't think everyone realized that the TMOD is getting evaluated today. I think that's something that has to register very clearly. So thank you, Karthik. Great job with this. Now, any reasons why we had 45 guests today? So I was keeping on guessing what's happening today, because the highest we have had this in the month of July is 42. This was 45. And then I discovered, okay, because we have a celebrity. Okay, so people who have seen her on the billboards, on YouTube videos, on Instagram channels, reels and whatnot, suddenly found an opportunity to see her live on the Gabbys meeting and dared to miss that, right? So all of them flocked onto the screen. Okay, what are you doing on a Tuesday evening? Nothing but watching Lakshmi in action, right? So that's what happened today. The Diamond was talking about Diamond at the meetings with the Diamonds. So great job, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for choosing a theme which befits your personality, your aura, and the charm. Okay, before Dina, before you go to the doctor, I would want you to unmute and say us, how did you feel about the meeting? And can you, don't go to the doctor before you talk to us, okay? Dina, can you unmute yourself? Dina, how did you like the meeting?
I got good.
It was good, very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And your speech was, as usual, very good. And yeah, and we did not include you in the TT poll because you are a special speaker. So we have a special poll for you. I will send the certificate to you. Okay. You go visit your doctor. Have a nice rest of the day. Okay, Dina, take care. Thank you. Thank you, Dina. Thank you. Take care, Dina. Bye. Have a good day, Dina. Okay, that was our special friend Dina, who joins us from all the way from Canada. Thank you so much, Dina, for joining us. And moving on, we have the speakers and the evaluator. So now I would invite the evaluator of the first speaker. The evaluator of the first speaker, evaluating our first speaker, Toastmaster Shilpi Tiwari, is our evaluator, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. Over to you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, to evaluate the first speaker, please.
Congratulations, my target speaker, Shilpi Tiwari, for delivering a successful speech. Your title was Heal Your Subconscious Mind. You started with a great energy, because you connected our gadgets with human mind. You told what we do, we'll repair it. Right? Similarly, we should treat our brain or mind. It's a great connect. You made a great connect. It was a great start of the day. Great enthusiasm. Everyone are keenly, actively listening to you. Everyone loved your speech. It was you have, and now I can say that after in second speech itself, you're very comfortable in front of people, in front of audience. You have a good eye contact with the camera. You are very comfortable in front of people. Everyone you can hook to the audience. That was a great speech. Great. It was very comfortable. Your speech was also great. Then coming to the recommendation, Shilpi, I have a few more recommendations. As it's the while you are delivering the speech about delivering about NLP, I felt you should have chosen some simple topic for today's speech. It's as NLP is a huge topic. You can't explain within 5 to 7 minutes span, and people like us also for absorbing too much. It's too much NLP. You should have kept for higher level project. It would have been helpful for everyone. You could have given many small educational session for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It would have been very helpful for people like us. And overall, it's a very great session, great speech. And one thing, while you are showing your board, you are writing on the board. We can't see it. Whatever you are saying, we are just hearing it, and we are visualizing it. What you are saying, it would be impactful if you are brought near camera and showed it. That is the one recommendation. And overall, it's a great speech. Congratulations on delivering a successful speech. You have improved a lot from one speech. You have improved a lot. Your comfort level, everything was comfort. Everything was great. Looking forward hearing your more speeches. Looking forward. I loved your speech. looking forward evaluating you also. I loved evaluating you today, and congratulations for delivering this project successfully. You met the project objectives. You are over to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi. I absolutely agree with your point that the speaker, one of the things, Shilpi, you should be mindful is that when you're writing on the whiteboard, remember, we can't see the whiteboard clearly. Two options you have. One is to use the Zoom whiteboard. There's an option of the whiteboard in Zoom. So try using that if you can. If you can't use that, try to use pictures and bold, big letters, right? Write less, but write something which I can read. Otherwise, what's the purpose of you writing, right? But having said that, that action of using a whiteboard, that's pretty unique. I don't think in the last 3 years of my Toastmasters journey, I've seen anyone using a whiteboard in an online meeting speech. Great job with that. I also agree with Shrilakshmi, that the content could have been made a little shorter and much more easier for us to absorb in the 5 to 7 minutes, because always respect the limitations we have. But let me come to the evaluator, the evaluation part first, right? So Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, I think it's a big improvement over what I have seen previously as an evaluator. You tried to talk a little bit about the content part as well. Couple of feedback for you. Number one, do not use the word great so many times, right? Any adjective which is positive when used more than 5 times actually sounds very repetitive and loses the sincerity, right? So you used at least great. If you go back and see the recording, I think 6 to 7 times you used the adjective great. So that's one. Second is that there are a couple of things still on the content which you could have focused on. For example, and this probably needs a little bit of more close hearing. Shilpi mentioned health and mental problems, right, Shilpi? As an NLP trainer, you would understand that mental problems are health problems, right? So when you're disconnecting the two, you are saying there are health problems and there are mental problems. This is a very risky position to take. A lot of people will actually struggle to come to terms with this distinction, because for them, mental problem is health problem. So that's one. The other thing is, when you said that, now I want to tell you a story. Never say, I will tell you a story. Tell a story. Like, for example, instead of saying that I will tell you a story about why I'm saying this, you should say, why am I even taking this up? Because of this, right? These are some of the feedback I would have expected Shrilakshmi to share with her. But the biggest recommendation or the biggest feedback I have about you is, what is the speech? What is the project? Writing a speech with a purpose, correct? What is the purpose of the speech? You never told us. It was supposed to be written in the evaluation resource. You were supposed to read it out for us. We don't yet know what is the stated purpose. So how will we know whether she met the purpose, right? So please pay close attention to the evaluation resource. The preparations of an evaluator starts before the meeting and doesn't end till the speech ends. Great job, the evaluator and the speaker. Can we have a big round of applause for the speaker and the evaluator too, please? Moving on to the next evaluator, Toastmaster Jitender Rulaniya, evaluating our second speaker, Toastmaster is Toastmaster Madiha. Yeah. Madiha, can we have Madiha also on the camera?
I hope you are able to hear me. Yeah, congratulations, Toastmaster Madiha, for your scintillating speech. You have covered the elegance of old time and how to improve the perishing elegance in Gen Z. How you have synchronized with the theme of the day is scintillating. You started with the elegance of your time, playing with the sand, fresh air, being authentic in relationship, and how this has changed over a period of time with Gen Z, whether it's a relationship, clothing, cooking, or going out. You gave the suggestion how you can improve the elegance, internal as well as external. You mentioned improving internal elegance by improving knowledge, working on self, and external one by being more authentic, by not wearing makeup. I feel that covers complete structure of your speech. That was the main purpose for this repeating, incorporating the feedback and then delivering the speech. Few of the recommendations to take the speech to the next level where everyone can connect. So if you could have shared your personal experience of elegance, which you would have taken, that would have taken the speech to the next level. Some of your behavior, which you are still carrying with you and adding elegance to yourself. It can be anything. It can be dressing, the way you communicate, how it impacts different people around you. So that's one part of it. And another recommendation is, I felt when you were delivering speech, it was more of a monotonous. If you could bring some intonation while delivering speech, whenever you're correlating with, for example, cooking, and they order, from outside Zomato. So at least that brings in pitch variation. I think that will take your speech to the next level. Overall, I found the structure of speech quite apt, starting with the theme and explaining perishing elegance in Gen Z and how they could improve it. So thank you, Madiha, and you meet the objective of the speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitender. First of all, apologies that I didn't mention one more thing about Shrilakshmi, which I really liked, and which also Jitender did. I remembered when Jitender mentioned that both of them very clearly mentioned whether the speech objectives were met, right? I think that is a very important thing for evaluators to do. And Jitender, you did that, and Shrilakshmi, you did that as well. So good job with that. The speaker should not be left in a suspense. Now, Jitender, a very good balanced evaluation covering both the content and the delivery. No complaints on that. So couple of things that I would want you to understand. So one major thing rather is that the tone of the evaluation, right? And this is something that I learned from DTM Nagesh. Instead of saying that your speech was monotonous, if you deliver it, if you say it like this, it was a lovely speech. You talked about the old world elegance, something that we have totally forgotten about. But I would have loved if you brought a little bit of vocal variety. If you would have brought a little bit of highs and the lows, the speech would have been scintillating. The same thing you said, you can say in a different way, right? Where you can illustrate how to use the vocal variety. And instead of saying that, oh, you are such a monotonous speaker. Right? You don't want to do that, right? So that's one feedback for you. Madiha, just one feedback I will add to what Jitender already mentioned. First of all, I love the idea of speaking about grandeur and elegance in an age where we are running towards minimalism. I think this is something that we need to understand also in a country where elephants ruled the road once upon a time, right? So that culture is important. But one thing is about, you said man and woman, ladies and gentlemen. Madiha, please understand we are moving towards a more inclusive world. Gender is no longer binary, right? So there could be man and woman, and then a lot of more other genders sitting in this audience right here. So that's something that I would want you to take into consideration next time. Can we have a big round of applause for our speaker and evaluator? Thank you so much. Moving on to the third evaluator, evaluating the third speaker. Our third evaluator for today is, I'm sorry, there's so many evaluators, I'm now losing track. Who was the third evaluator? Yeah,
Jyoti.
Master Jyoti. Jyoti, you have to be on camera, otherwise I will always forget who's the third evaluator. Yeah. So our third evaluator is Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal, evaluating our third speaker, Toastmaster Sudharma Parera. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, sir. Good evening, Sudharma. The objective of your speech is to talk on time management, and you have met the objective of the speech. That was an excellent speech. I will talk about what was great in your speech and then recommendations. So you started with a question, and there you have caught the attention of the people. Is anyone using bullet journal? I need one bullet journal to organize my day. And you addressed the person who answered. That's lovely. You mentioned how bullet journal is helping you to achieve your goals, weekly, monthly, yearly goals, not only in Toastmaster speeches, but also for your other goals like yoga and your work. Right? As you are the VP education of your club, you have very well planned to deliver at least 2 speeches in 1 month. Even when you have busy schedule, that shows how well you are managing time, and that is what the objective of your speech on time management. So I would like to give you a few recommendations to elevate your speech in future. When you started your speech, is anyone using bullet journal? Initially, I didn't understand your word bullet journal. I was trying to understand what is that, because I'm evaluating that. But for the first 2 times, the word was not clear, and then I got that word when you spoke about it for the 3rd time. So maybe you can work on words clarity. And few words were not clear in the speech. Maybe you can practice in front of the mirror, and or you can record your voice to listen. How is it sounding, right? Take time, give pauses at certain places, and work on your pitch. For example, at one point you asked a question, is this information too much to absorb? Pause, and then jump to the next line. I felt that it was in a flow. You asked the question, but maybe you can give some time for the audience to absorb your message. Duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. That's okay. You didn't use complete 7 minutes. Even with 5-minute speech, people have won the contests. To summarize, overall, it was a considerable speech on time management. Just work on pause, pitch, and words clarity. And I would love to see your vocal varieties in your speeches, in future. I absolutely enjoyed your speech. Your pace was good. The message of the speech on bullet journal was really helpful, and would love to see you delivering more speeches. Thank you. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. And I love evaluators who pick up the general evaluators' recommendations on the fly and implement them, right? Like our evaluator just did at the very end when she gave a positive twist to the recommendation. And that's the way to go, right? Learning on the go. That's why our VP says don't give your evaluation before the polls. Anyways, moving on to the evaluation, the actual evaluation and the speech. I totally agree with the pause part. May I add to that the pace part? Sudharma, do you know that you have an accent? Yes, you have a mother tongue influence.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay. Do you know anyone else who has a mother tongue influence in this meeting? Every one of us. Each and everyone sitting in this meeting has a mother tongue influence. Arnold Schwarzenegger also has a mother tongue influence. And this is probably the best platform for you to practice that. That is the global audience able to understand, right? We have got speakers today. We had listeners from USA, we had from Middle East, from Canada, from Sri Lanka. You are there. There's so many people from so many different countries, right? Is this global audience understanding everything that I'm saying? Use this stage to practice that, because if you're looking at being a world champion of public speaking, every single word, as your evaluator said, has to be absorbed by the audience, right? So give that pace, that time between the words, pace it very, very slowly so that they're able to understand it. Along with the pause that she talked about, pace it down. When I go and talk to a global audience, I always speak very, very slowly. Even today in this meeting, the pace at which I'm giving the general evaluation is at least half of what I do in any other meeting. And that's why if you're going overtime because of my GE session, then I can't be blamed. But this is how you have to pace it down. Okay, so this is something that keep in mind, slow down, slow down, slow down, right? That's the only thing that you need to keep in mind. And Jyoti,
Thank you, DTM Sourav. It is my habit of talking actually in my day-to-day life.
that is why we are here. That is why we are here, to break those habits. And we will, I mean, it's just a matter of time. It's more a question of when rather than if. And with this, I don't have anything else to add to your evaluation, Jyoti. Great job. And you even made it positive. Thank you so much. Maybe adding an evaluation summary at the very end. You had time for that. Okay, so with this, I would want us to congratulate both the third speaker and the evaluator. And we have one more evaluator after this. And this is the person evaluating our Toastmaster of the day. That is our very peppy, charming, and bubbly and lovely presiding officer, Karthik. Can we have our celebrity on the screen as well? Yeah, thank you. Over to you, Karthik. High pressure job.
Thank you, General Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi Sujatha. The diamond, a unique and scintillating theme you gave us today. I was really amazed the way you took over the stage with that torchlight and giving us all the vibe of diamond. You had a great start by describing the 4 C's: carrot, cut, color, and clarity. And what I liked is that you connected these 4 C's qualities of the personalities of an individual has and should possess. You had a great energy throughout the meeting. Now, coming to the purpose of the project. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice facilitating an online meeting. And I will divide my evaluation in 2 sections. First one is, how were you involved in arranging this meeting? And coming to the first part, and I must say you were actively involved in arranging this meeting. You created a WhatsApp group and made sure all role takers were informed about their roles and responsibilities. You were actively checking for introductions and evaluation resources of all role takers and made sure everything was in place and also made sure agenda was released in time. Your preparation for this arranging this meeting were carried out in a right way. Now coming to the second section of your project, which was how well you managed the meeting today. As I told, you had a great start with that creative idea of showing the torch as diamond. Your introduction was related to all those 3's. You transitioned between the speakers and evaluators smoothly. After each speaker finished speaking, you had a take on each speaker from that speech, which was apt. In table topic session, you were engaged listening to each speaker and provided your inputs to table master when needed. And you read out all the speech titles and introduced all the speakers in line with the World Championship of Public Speaking, like mentioning the Toastmaster name, then speech title, and Toastmaster name. So this makes sure that we are in line with the contests happening around the area divisions and also the contests happening in the World Championship of Public Speaking. So that is appreciable. And the one metric the TMOD is measured on, it's how closely they are conducting meeting as per the agenda. And you made sure that you were watching the agenda. And I would like to quote with this one example. When table topic master ended his table topic session, and it was right at 8:50 p.m. And this was mentioned in the agenda. And this shows you were looking at the agenda. And also after that, you also saw a esteemed guest who was willing to take over the stage. And you also gave an opportunity to that guest as well. So that was really good and in flow. These were the things which you excelled at. Well, I also have 2 recommendations which would help you to evaluate the role of TMOD in your future meetings. First one is, though we could understand the theme of the day with all relatable examples you gave us, it is recommended for TMOD to think of activities to engage the audience on theme, which would help people open up and engage and feel welcome. And one more recommendation is, after prepared speeches, Toastmaster of the day is expected to call on the timer and ask for if there are any disqualifications, so that it will help the polls get ready with the qualified speakers. So that is 2 recommendations. Overall, a great theme and great take on the topic. Congratulations for completing this project. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Karthik, for the lovely evaluation. I was expecting nothing less from you. It's a tough job evaluating someone like Lakshmi. I wouldn't sign up for this kind of a role for sure. But coming to you, so the first feedback about you, Karthik, I think is what the timer is. The timer screen has given you the feedback already, right? So you just made my job. I have to just go back and edit the polls once more, right? So that's something that you could have avoided by keeping it crisp. How would you have kept it crisp? By not mentioning so much of details in terms of explaining what she did good as this one. The commendation part, we always get carried away when someone like Lakshmi is there on the screen. We feel like, tarif kafi nahi hai. Like praises are never enough, right? But then you have to control your emotions, okay? And move on quickly to the recommendations, which you did not do a good job and justice to. So that's something. So Lakshmi, apart from whatever he mentioned, one thing I would want to add is that you pointing out to Jitender about reading out the evaluation feedback received in the first speech. I think that absolutely, kind of amazed me. I was very impressed with that. That shows that you are paying attention to the project objectives as well. Not expected of a TMOD, but you're doing that. Great job with that. If I have to talk about recommendations, I think the most important slide was the one where you wanted us to take notes, right? And you answered the question, why did you not have time? Right. Answer to this question is the recommendation that you need to prioritize your slides in such a way that it's like, you let us have all the starters, and then when the main course set up, to dukan band ho raha hai, now the shop is closing, so please have it at home. Whatever is there, you take and go back, right? So that's how I felt after a nice starter. You tell us, okay, bye, no time for desserts. Okay, so that was a little bit of a pinch of, kind of dissatisfaction that I had a little bit, but otherwise it was fantastic. Expected nothing less again. Thank you so much. And can we have a big round of applause for all the 4 evaluators and the speakers and the Toastmaster of the day. Great job, everyone. A quick evaluation of the table topic master. Is still here? What are you eating for breakfast, Devashish? What are you eating? Seriously, give us some tips, man. I mean, I remember this is the same screen on which you froze, right? A few weeks back. The same meeting, and the confidence you brought in today. Like you were literally the master. There's so much in control, doling out topics and everything done so well. I'm totally floored by your confidence today, Devashish. Great selection of topics, great confidence on screen. And when we have a confident team, or we also get confident table topic speakers. So great job, Devashish. I have nothing to add in terms of the way you conducted the table topic sessions. You picked up the right people. You gave chance to everyone, the guests, the visiting Toastmasters, the members, a little bit of more enthusiastic speakers and role takers as well. Great job, Devashish. Overall, I think you deserve a big round of applause for the way you are growing within Toastmasters in such a short span of time. I'm so proud of you and your mentor, which again is a Toastmaster of the day. Okay, a quick observation on the table topic speakers. I'll not cover everyone. I've been told categorically not to do that. So just one thing I will mention is that whenever you're getting a topic, we don't need to thank for the topic. You are a table topic speaker, not a table topic evaluator. Right? So you don't need to say, wow, thank you for such a lovely topic and those kind of things, or you don't even need to repeat the topic. 2 things happen when you do that. One is that you're wasting time, but my bigger concern is that you're giving away the thunderous opening. Instead of saying, thank you, for example, if the topic is today is a lovely day, 1, 2, 3, and you say, thank you for a wonderful topic. That's one way of starting. Or say, today, lovely day. Are you kidding me? I'm standing in a speech contest. I'm shivering, I'm sweating. I've got sweaty palms. It's anything but a lovely day. Something like that, it kind of takes the audience by surprise. So if you have that monotonous and kind of a standard start, then you actually lose that edge. So Shalini, for instance, had a very good, I think some of the seasoned speakers will teach you how to do that. And she did a fantastic job. A couple of you actually had a good job, but some of you actually started with that. And that's the only feedback I have about the table topic speakers. Now moving on to the Taggle team, the timers report we already have, but if you can quickly call out the disqualifications, if any, Upasana. Don't embarrass Karthik by calling his name out again. But if you choose to, I don't mind. Yeah, over to you.
So from speaker, there is nobody disqualified. From table topic round, I have already mentioned Shilpi and Jitender finished before 1 minute, so they are disqualified. And from evaluation, we have Karthik. That's it.
Okay. The full timers report you can place in the chat so that people who are interested to know, did I speak for 1 minute 29 seconds or 2 minutes 29 seconds, can still look that up. Right. So again, Upasana, thank you so much. You are making me proud and making every one of us so proud every single day. Thank you so much, Upasana. These meetings are happening because of you, Ubuntu.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next role taker, our counter for today. Toastmaster Yajna. Yajna, you do not need to read out every single person how many A's and ums they use. So kind of make a little bit of summary. The VP is watching. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just share. Okay, so is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so overall, I guess most of the people used all the filler words and especially and a lot. But the people who did not use or use the minimum of them were, I guess, Kavita and Smriti. Yeah, both of our table topic speakers, they used minimum, they used, the minimum filler words, and also our grammarian and essay Pranav. So yeah. So this is the report.
Thank you so much. That's exactly how an counter report should be given, calling out those who did well and not embarrassing those who did not do so well. So thank you for presenting another embarrassing counter report for me. And with this, I would now move on to the grammarian for today. And a grammarian for today is Toastmaster Pranav. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Sourav Dutta. Can I share the screen?
You have to share the screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Yeah, so let me ask you a question. How many of you here are good listeners? Let me ask you, how many of you think the word of the day was used? And who all used? Any idea? Anyone? Slightest idea.
Dina used, that I know.
Yeah.
10 to 15 times.
Yeah, it was used, actually it was used around 4 to 5 times. So Madiha was the person who used that first, and I was wondering like till Madiha spoke whether that word would be used. So I was praying for that word to be used, but I'm happy that around 6 people have used the word of the day, and Toastmaster Madiha had used it twice. And coming to good usages in the meeting, I felt that today's meeting was full of diamonds. Lot of people used the word diamonds and lot of beautiful phrase with diamonds. And to start with, let me tell, Karthik said there is a diamond hidden within us. And then Toastmaster Lakshmi, as we all know, she is good at using words to create some good phrases. Something like she told something related to diamond, like polish charcoal and make it sparkling diamond. Unleash the diamond and take it with us. And beat us up minus polish us. Some really good phrases. And on the speakers front, I found that Madiha used the word, like she used a lot of good phrases. I found something she tried to make the speech modification so much that she tried to use something which was related to the word of the day. Diamonds are forever, they are scintillating. And then she said about shining like bright diamonds, elevating your elegance. Then Toastmaster Jitender, during table topics, he said, put you in spot, a phrase. Then we had some rhetorical devices. Rhetorical devices there are a lot of rhetorical devices. It's something similar to the figure of speech. We have anaphora, which is the repetition of a word or a phrase at the beginning of successive clauses used by Smriti, Toastmaster Smriti, for the moral, for the support. Then we have Toastmaster Shilpi. During her speech, she used the hyperphora, where she put forth the question and she gave the answer herself. Sit or cry, what will happen to me? And then she answered no. Then we have a lot of good simile usage, lot of analog usage. Something like I found interesting was timer roll is like AC by DTM Sourav Dutta. He's very good in making phrases on spot. Then we have table topic speaker Kavita, idea as clear as sparkling diamond. Then Shalini Devasish. I found a lot of table topics were using lot of analogs and similes, like old front like gold, new front like diamond. Coming to incorrect usage, I found that the incorrect usage was mostly around the use of prepositions, like introduce you for the speaker. So that is actually introduce you to speaker, and then something like in Sunday should be said to on Sundays. So overall, I think from the grammarian report, I find that meeting was full of diamonds, lot of good usages by a lot of speakers and lot of table topic evaluators. So that's it, and over to you, DTM Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, grammarian Toastmaster Pranav. So whatever motivation I lost due to the counter report, I got back due to your report. Thank you so much for making me feel better. One quick call out for the grammarian. The pronunciation of content is not content, right? So that's something that we often make this mistake. And because it is coming from a grammarian, I wanted to call this out. Always remember it's content. Okay. So great job, all the tag team members. Do we have a listener? Oh, we do, yeah. So Over to the listener, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, to present the listener to test her listening skills.
All right, I'm back with my active listeners report. I don't have a report yet, unless we actually see how many of you are listening. So for that, I always believe that the content gets lost in the crowd. We don't want that. I'll pick up one person. If you know the answer, give me the answer. And if you don't know the answer, quickly nominate the next one. Are we all game? Okay. I'll start with Toastmaster DTM Nagesh. DTM Nagesh, my question to you. Nike's owner started his journey as Nike's owner.
I don't know. I'll pass it on to Karthik.
Karthik. Nike's owner started his journey as
A diamond seller.
wrong answer. You are not listening. Yes, Jitender.
Sports teacher.
As a high school teacher. Good one. Okay, next person I'll pick up. Okay, Jitender, you are going to pick up the next person. And my question is, what's the profession of our third speaker? Jitender, who's the person you're nominating?
Upasana.
CA.
She's a fellow chartered accountant. Close one. Good. You're listening. Upasana, my next question to you. Which journal did Sudharma talk about?
Okay, I need to... Jyoti.
Bullet journal.
Bullet journal. Yes,
You
that's
were
the
the
correct answer.
evaluator.
Jyoti, who are you nominating next?
Lakshmi Sujatha.
Lakshmi, who mentioned that the meeting is going overtime because of him?
PTM Sourav Dutta.
Good one. Please nominate the next one.
Guest Sagar.
Sagar, who is diamond in Smruti's life? Smruti was a table topic speaker.
Can you just repeat the question again?
Who is the diamond in Smruti's life?
Her husband.
That's a wrong answer. You want to nominate somebody else?
I would love to nominate like speaker number 2.
Speaker number 2.
Toastmaster Madiha.
Toastmaster Madiha.
Yeah, my name is Madiha. Okay, so her diamond was her dad.
Right answer. All right, I know we all are enjoying this, but with this, I close this session here, mentioning that most of us were listening, we were actively listening, but some of us, we need to do a good job in nominating quickly. Thank you, and over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, our listener, DTM Nancy. I think this was a very interesting way of conducting a listener session, and thank you for doing that. With this, I would just quickly comment on some of the things about the meeting, which I forgot mentioning. One is that we had a very good set of guests today. We had 45 people attending the meeting, but the VP educations and the VP memberships, please take note that majority of them were guests. I would want to see, for a club of 62 people, a family of 62 people, I would want to see at least 50 members in the meeting or 40 members in the meeting. That's what we should aim at least 30. Okay, so that's something that we should try doing. And that is my recommendation. And the second is that we are all speaking to the black tiles. I know it's a little late in the evening and some places, a little early in the morning in some places, but if you can switch on your camera, then it would be really lovely. We can all see you, and that would be a very, very different experience altogether. I was in a meeting where everyone had their cameras on, and believe me, the speakers were on fire. Okay, so thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be the evaluator. With this, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujatha. Over to you, Lakshmi.
Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. A big round of applause to our general evaluator and his team. We couldn't have asked for a better report. Candid feedback. That's what would help us grow and polish. Moving on to the topic. And before I could conclude, what I would like to say is sometimes to be a diamond, all that you need to do is to be around a few of them, or at least one of them, because this diamond has all the qualities of a diamond: carat, cut, color, and clarity. And for me, there is one person who has always inspired me. And who is that?
Sourav.
I couldn't find a better example of someone who possesses all these qualities. And this TMOD role that I have done is a, Guru Dakshina to my mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Thank you, Sourav, for everything that you have done for me. Helped me, guide me over the past many years. It means a lot. And to everyone else here, these are the words that I would leave you with. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling. You don't. You have wings. Learn to use them and fly. Fly, fly, fly. With that, I would like to hand over the meeting. But yeah, before I hand it over to presiding officer, I think we have to get the polls for the roll takers.
You can hand it over. I'll.
Okay. So in the meanwhile, with that saying from Ruby, I hand over the meeting to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi Sujatha. Please give a big round of applause to her. And of course, I'm right now flying. And the diamond, we saw the diamond and we were, that was entertaining, that was captivating, as in diamond with the whole of meeting we had today, and it is the end of meeting and we are just waiting for the polls to be ended. So please, I request everyone to cast their votes for the best role taker and best auxiliary role takers. So within the time the polls are being launched and you guys are voting, I would request one of our esteemed guests, Sagar Duggal. I see him on the camera to share your few words. How did you experience this meeting?
Thank you so much, first of all, for making me the part of this amazing family, scintillating family. And so I have a lot of commendation to mention here, but the one individual whom I really appreciated, and I've never seen any individual in the past 3-4 years playing this particular role in such a great manner, and that is our journal evaluator. And so, I mean, you have done an impeccable job and brilliant job done. The kind of aura you have, the kind of speech clarity you have, the kind of observation you have, kudos to you on this. And it's my honor to see you live, I mean, in this meeting. And yes, again, thank you so much. And I would love to see you guys again in the next meeting.
Thank you, guest Sagar Duggal, for those scintillating words about our general evaluator. Thank you so much and sharing the feedback. So we do have our other guests, Shalini. Would you please share your experience about the meeting, or if you have any recommendations, please give us.
Sorry, did you ask me?
Yes, you.
I think the meeting was really very interesting because I'm one person who loves precision and have an eye for detail. I think that is what I learned from this club, because every single role, including the auxiliary roles, were described so well by the GE DTM Sourav Dutta that it's a lot of takeaway for people like me, because I attend such meetings with the pure mindset of interacting with vibrant set of people. At the same time, what is it that I can learn more from people? What is the value add for me? So I think this club is one of the clubs where there's a lot of value add for people who come as guests. So I completely enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you, Shalini, for those lovely words you spoke about our meeting. Thank you so much for attending this meeting. So we do have other guests. Smriti, could you please share your feedback on the meeting?
Sure, Karthik. I was obviously thrilled when I got to know that, yeah, I have a time slot where I can join. because the IST and ET time clash was a challenge with me since a long time. So I was excited for the same. And I felt the same energy throughout the entire session. It feels so good to hear all the members of Gabbys. One reason which I always feel that everyone has taken it so seriously, their role. And it's not me who is learning. I feel everyone here is learning. And I can see that, I can feel that. So that's a really good factor over here. I have learned a lot. My time spent well today. That's the way I am starting a day. So I'm very happy for it. Thank you so much for each and everyone for having me and giving me an opportunity to say a few words. So thank you, Karthik. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Smriti, for attending our meeting and experiencing and sharing those words of our meeting. So I'd like to call upon our other guest, Harry Sethi. Would you please share your feedback on the meeting you just attended? Harry?
Yeah, thank you very much. First, let me tell you, how did I come to know of this club? I think 2 days back, I was a part of the Global Summit on Future of Leadership. And towards the end of that summit, they said, now is the award section. And then along with Brahm, who was the moderator, appears the picture of a pretty lady there. And the name at the bottom of that picture was Nancy Goel. And I was very impressed the way she described and how this club, which was chartered, I think about 3 years back, has become one of the top 10 clubs. I am 76 years young, retired civil servant. I started the Toastmasters Club in my city, Dehradun, in 2015. And we would be celebrating our 8th anniversary on 6th August. I wanted to learn from her and from other members of the club as to how we can become so significant in such a short time. That's really, really remarkable. And I am in that learning mode. So I immediately, I sent a request. I saw the ad in the Facebook, and I asked for, actually in the posters, the link was not clickable. So I also joined the chat, the WhatsApp group, and I requested for that. I am very impressed with the meeting. I've enjoyed. All the role players played their roles very well. And particularly the general evaluator, DTM Sourav Dutta. You did such a comprehensive job. You appear to be seasoned, in control, and so knowledgeable that everybody seemed to have respected you, and listened to you. And I think that's very important. I mean, in a professional manner, for example, the grammarian here presented his report in a very detailed, comprehensive manner. And I think these are the learnings that I'm taking, and I look forward to attending more meetings and learn from all of you. You all seem to be accomplished Toastmasters, and my greetings to all of you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harry Sethi, and to all let you know, he is the president of Dehradun Toastmasters Club. Thank you for sharing those words about our club. And yes, we are here to support if you need anything from us. And please do connect with us, and please do attend our meetings, and we would be elated to have you in our meetings. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harry Sethi. Give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Harry Sethi. Thank you. Now it's time for awards announcement. Okay, so I'd like to go with the first award, that is the first section, that is the best role taker. No, not. I'd go with best auxiliary role taker. So the best auxiliary role taker, who do you think is? Okay, so we don't have much time. I will make the announcement. It is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, the listener of today. Give a big round of applause to her with that innovative thought of getting as a listener. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to the next awards, that is the best table topic speaker. It was our guest, Shalini Mukund. Give a big round of applause to our guest Shalini Mukund, who is the best table topic speaker. And now moving ahead, the best role taker. We had general evaluator, we had table topic master, we had our Toastmaster of the day, the diamond. So who do you think is the best role taker? This one, at least you can guess.
All three.
So it is our Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi Sujatha. Give a big round of applause to her. And not the least, that is the best prepared speaker. And it goes to Toastmaster Madiha Shah Rasool. Give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Madiha for being the best speaker for today. And I have been asking her to speak since a long time. And today I was eager to listen to her and I listened to her. Thank you so much. Thank you. So that was today's meeting and we will be right back just one day after, that is on Thursday, 27 July with speech marathon. So we have a speech marathon at 7 p.m. on 27 July. Would love to see you all there. And it's a great part of learning with speech marathon. And we have great speakers. We have great evaluators.
Best evaluator, Karthik, best evaluator you have not announced.
Oh, okay.
No, I know why, but you can still announce.
Sorry, I missed it. And I think I was sad because I was disqualified and I forgot it. My subconscious mind forgot it. Okay, so the best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Jyoti Mandal. Give a big round of applause to her. So now, as I was telling that, we will be right back on Thursday, this 27 July with speech marathon, with scintillating 7 speakers, with scintillating evaluators and general evaluation. So would love to see you all there on Thursday, 7 p.m. this Thursday, 7 p.m. Thank you so much for attending this. You all are diamonds and we are diamonds. Thank you. I'd like to close this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good
Good
night.
night. Good
Thank
night.
you very much.
I'm closing the meeting.